Hello. Since I have been using Blend geometry nodes for more than half a year, and I use Cinema 4D and Houdini in the past, and now I like geometry nodes very much, and I have been using it to make many effects, and I have been using it to make some tutorials. So today I just wanted to share with you about the spreadsheet, which is very important to learn blend geometry nodes. So let's begin our tutorial today. So let's go to blend 4.1, and there's a cube here. First I will show you that something we all know, the object mode, and we turn to edit mode, and there are three modes. The first is the vertex. The second is the edge. The third is the face, let's go to geometry nodes. Here we have vertex, edge, and the face too. This is the spreadsheet that it contains almost all the information of the geometry. And here I will use this cube for demonstration. And let's check one by one. And the first is mesh, and mesh contains vertex, edge, face, and face corner. And the vertex, you can see that it has 8 attributes, and you can see that it has 1, 2, 3, 4, and it has another 4 on the button. This is the information contains the position of the point, and I always call them point, not a vertex, because here in Houdini we have a cube, and we choose the box. And let's see geometry spreadsheet. Here it has the points. It is called points, 8 points, and in other software it's all called points. So this is very different for Blender. It's special that if it's your first time to use geometry nodes, and you use Houdini before, you will get confused. So let's press new, and we have geometry nodes. And the vertex is point, but it has not the same name as the pointer, and we will try instance on them. And the instance on points, let's check. The input is point, not vertex, but it also works for that. And we have a sphere here. It also works. Even if I distribute points on faces, and this works, we all know that. And if we turn a point to vertex, this node, we just turn it to vertex, and we put it here. It also works. So I think Blender treated it as a point, but Blender just wants to name it vertex. And let's delete all. Let's move on to edge. Edge, it's easily to understand. This is the edge. I think no need for me to explain. And the second is the face. We go to face mode, and this is the face. It's easy. And then the fourth, it's the face corner, and it contains UV maps here. UV information is here. So I have to say it's different, and at the first time I got confused because it's called a vertex in Houdini. And let's check. It has 24 from 0 to 23, 24 information. And we go to Houdini. This is the box information, and this is the vertex. It has 24 information, so they are the same. So if you learn Houdini before, you need to change your mind. And let's move on to a curve. curve is very easy. Maybe we have curve circle. Yeah. And let's check. The resolution is 32. And check here. We have 31 from 0 to 31. So it has 32 the information in the attribute. And here, control points, and I need to make it bigger. It's 32. Control points is 32, so that's the point in the spline. And the spline, it means it has one spline. So if I here duplicate and join geometry, it will show you that it has 2 spline and 34 points. So easy, right? And the next is the point cloud. Point cloud is even more easy. Connect that. And we use it very frequently, that everyone knows distribute points on face. That is the point, and it's a little different from Houdini. That different Houdini treat vertex at not that vertex. I will show you here. The cube, the points in the geometry and the particles, they are all points. And they don't have. It's not like a blender. Blender separate them. All the points in Houdini is the same, and in Blender, the points in mesh is called vertex. The points in curve is called control points. The point in point cloud is called point, and very interesting. And you can just memorize that. And next we will go to volume grids, and this nodes, and I think Blender is very weak in this area. And you can see that volume operation, volume to mesh, primitive, and volume cube. And you can see volume cube and volume to mesh. See, volume to mesh, and it has another node. It's called mesh to volume. Connect it here, and delete this. So you can see that the function is very limited, and I think in the future maybe it will be very useful, and many nodes added into this. And the last is instance. We all know instance. And we delete that. So we have points, and then we instance on points, and we have sphere, mesh sphere, and see, there are many spheres here, but we see the spreadsheet, and in the mesh item there are nothing. And if you go to instance, there are 240 instances. And let's check their information. It has position, ID, UV, and rotation and scale. Many information, right? And if we mute instance on point, we can see that there are 240 points, and the position, ID, UV, let's check if they remain the same when we turn them into instance. Yeah, you can see the attributes, they are the same. And only something added is rotation. Let's see again. Yeah, rotation and scale is added in here. And the instance, I will explain that it treats the geometry like a point, and it contains less information. The geometry is kept like in the background of the software, and when we use them to render, it's like an agent for them. I will show you. So if we have a box here, a bounding box, no bounding box. If we have a sphere here it's geometry, and then we will use a node called mesh to instance. No, geometry to instance here, and we turn it into instance, and it contains only position, rotation, and scale information. And the function of instance is that it saves the power of the computer. Sometimes manual geometry is very heavy for your computer. When you use instance, your computer will run the comparatively smooth. If we use realize instance, now I will delete the viewer. The viewer will just when you have viewer, it will only show what's connected with the viewer. So delete this, and then we will see we have mesh. If we mute this, realize the instance that it has instance. And if we turn up the density like 100, and if you can try by yourself, if we turn to much more zero, it will be very heavy. When you mute this, it will be smooth. So this is a function. And next I will introduce two concepts, especially in Blender, because it's only exists in Blender, and it's domain. We have domain size, and we have many evaluate on domain. And another is field, accumulated field. And I think there are only one field. And this two concept is very important here. And the domain, I will explain that. You can see that point, edge, face corner. The domain means the value. No, not the value. The domain means the mode, I think. The mode, vertex, edge, or face, or like point. Sometimes if you use proximity, you have these options. They are domains that it means the points. Yeah, you can see that here the points, it means the points in mesh, but here it's named vertex, so it's confusing sometimes. So domain, you can memorize them. It means the level of the. I think I don't know how to describe that. Only means the level of the items, the 4 levels. And the field it means like these attributes, like position. All the position values, it's a field. Or the ID values, it's a field. So here, accumulate field, it's just used to process the attributes, like leading, trailing, and the total. You can Google the function of it. They just do some mathematical things to the attributes like this. If you put any values like position or something in it. They will just do some mathematical. And next, I will show you that if we want to capture the attributes matched points, and you can see that the information is lost. So sometimes we need to capture the information to use the in future steps. So here I showed you this node capture attributes, and we can just capture some attributes like the position and normal. And after we capture them, we should choose if the value, if it's an integer, vector, or something else, and the domain it's used, the point, edge, or something else, and the attributes output is here. So just link to where you want to use them. And another is store name attribute. This one, I use this one more frequently because it's much more useful. It's almost function the same, but it has more options like selections, and you can name it like a T over the time like that. If you want to use them, you see there are no output here. I normally use name attributes, and you choose like T to use that. So it's easy. And the intrinsic, like position and normal, they exist like all the time. You want to use them. If you want to use them, you just like me search them, and like more information like tangent, like supply parameter. Many information they're read, just the intrinsic. They exist when the geometry exists. They exist when the geometry exists, and sometimes we need to define some attributes by ourselves. Like we have a value, and we connect here, and we need a mass. This is just for demonstration, and we connect here. This is defined attributes that defined by ourselves, and we can capture them, store them as we want. And Blender is, and next that I will have to say, Blender is still very weak in arrays, like the volumes, very weak in that. Although it has some like attribute statistics that helps you to deal with many information, like maybe arrays, but it's still not very enough. I think in the future, Blender maybe I think in the future maybe Blender will have more nodes in these areas. And at the last, I think I need to introduce them in the beginning. So how to see the parameters? Like I store some attributes, like I need to store I delete them all. I need to store position and change it to vector, and it's point. And I Control Shift and press this. I will have view. View helps you to see the attributes. Let's link them. See? This is the position attributes. And this is the only way we see the attributes. And let's try noise. It's not very obvious. And if we subdivide the mesh more, and you can see that. So if it has not enough faces, it won't show you. So the view is still very simple compared with Houdini. Houdini has many ways to see the attributes. It will you can see the normal like vectors. See, Houdini can. This is vertex, and what is this? Point trail, no. And you can see the numbers and the normal, primitive normals, and many things. And it has visualized attributes, and this is much more useful. It can show many attributes. Here, the attributes, it has many modes, and you can see that. And it can show it as color, volume, and many. We normally use marker. You can see many attributes, and this is text. It shows the information as text, and you can show it as vector. I will hide that. Yeah, you can see that it shows the p position, the p information, its position as a vector. That's which makes us very easy to understand. Blender still don't have this function. The view is very simple for now. And if we want to check the point value or something information, we need to delete this. I will show you. Go to preference and turn on this developer actions, and then you will have go to edit mode. Where is it? You will have indices. You can see the indices. You can 0, 5, and many more information can be shown here. But I think that's not enough. And if we go to geometry node, and we want to see if we turn we have subdivided them, and then we can't see that. So I think this is meaningless. I hope in the future Blender will have these functions to make it better for us to visualize the attributes. So I think this is today's tutorial. So I hope this can help you. So thank you for. So this is all about this tutorial. I hope it can help you. If this helps you, please thumbs up, and if you like my video, you can subscribe. Thank you.